Hi, in this tutorial I will show you how we can create a procedural brushed metal that looks nice and realistic. Let's create a plane. Now we need to figure out how to spin the texture around the center. I apply a Redshift material onto the plane. I plug the matching noise into the surface output for easier reading of the change. Then I'm increasing the overall scale to 50 for a better view of the noise. One thing to keep in mind is to check the color management under the project tab. You either need to be in Open Color I/O or in Basic, but the linear workflow must be checked. I prefer to stay in Open Color I/O. If you don't do this, it can negatively influence the result. Back to the material where I create a ramp and color the white knobs in red with the value 255 and the rest 0. I then name the node U. I copy the ramp node name it Flow and color it green. Now you might be asking why this naming U and Flow. That's because we will be working with vectors, and if you look at the XYZ here, you can see that the X is red and Y is green. Also in the UV edit mode, it's the same color and the same name as I named the ramps. Therefore, the U and Flow will drive the vectors. One thing I forgot is to check the ramp in the Flow node and invert it. Now let's add the vector add node and plug the post ramp into it. I plug the vector add into the offset of maximum noise. Then you already see something happening in the render view, but that's not really enough. We need to increase the vector strength by putting the vector multiplier between the vector add and maximum noise. I put 2000 in the first two inputs. The last input for this purpose is irrelevant. Now we finally see the stretching of the noise, but the effect seems to be not spread out across the plane. That's because the interpolation of the ramp node is set to smooth. We need to set it to linear as vectors work with numbers. Now the effect is evenly spread. I'm switching the mapping to horizontal, diagonal, radial, and at last the circular one, which we need for our purpose. I'm increasing the overall scale in maximum noise to make the streaks longer, or I could increase the vector multiple values, but I'm keeping it as it is for now. This setup allows us to be quite flexible and make precise changes as we see fit. And how does this vector under the hood work precisely? I don't know. As long as it works, I don't really care. After we've done the setup, let's make a realistic brushed metal material. I add the inputs, anisotropy and rotation. plug the maximum noise into the anisotropy directly. For the roughness, I bought the scalar ramp of the maximum noise and adjust it. I also popped a bump map in with the low H case. For the rotation, I create an additional ramp node with one more white knob at the other end and set the black node to the middle. And set the mapping to radial. This ramp then gets plugged into rotation. I'm adjusting the maximum noise overall scale and height scale in the bump map a bit as I see fit. With this, we'll finish with the tutorial. If you're looking for a way to customize the direction with the spline, I recommend the tutorial from Darby Edelin that I linked below in the description.